All right, everyone get ready, because today we are going deep into the world of AI
Oh, yeah.
with a fascinating paper about two new language models,
That's right.
Eagle and Finch.
Yeah, these are RNNs
They are
that are going head-to-head with the transformer.
they are really challenging the status quo.
Exactly.
Now, I know you're all about efficient learning.
Absolutely.
You want to get to the heart of things quickly.
Yep.
And trust me, this deep dive is going to be a wild ride.
It is.
We're going to see if these new kids on the block can dethrone the reigning champ.
We are.
So, before we get into Eagle and Finch,
Okay.
let's talk about Transformers for a sec.
Uh,
They've been dominating the AI scene for a while now,
they have...
but they have a weakness.
Yeah, their attention mechanism,
Yeah.
while powerful, can be really computationally expensive.
Especially when you're dealing with massive data sets.
Yeah, think of it like searching a whole library for one specific fact.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to take you a lot of time.
A lot of energy.
A lot of energy, yeah.
So enter Eagle and Finch, our RNN heroes.
Uh-huh.
I love these names.
I know, I do too.
But how are they different?
So RNNs are great at processing information sequentially,
Right.
like reading a sentence word by word,
Right.
but they haven't always been as efficient with parallel training,
Okay.
which is where transformers have had the edge.
Right.
Eagle and Finch, however, seem to have cracked the code by combining the best of both worlds, the speed of transformers with the efficiency of RNNs.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they do this by using something called...
Linear attention
Okay.
and data-dependent dynamic recurrence.
That sounds very technical.
It is, but the paper does a really good job of breaking them down.
Okay.
Linear attention helps them process information more quickly,
Right.
while dynamic recurrence allows them to adapt to the incoming data.
So it's kind of like...
Kind of like how your brain prioritizes information based on context.
it's learning on the fly,
Exactly.
constantly adjusting its approach.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
It-
But what really sets Eagle apart
Okay.
is this concept of matrix-valued states.
Right.
Can you unpack that for us?
Absolutely.
What is that?
So imagine you're storing information.
Okay.
Traditional models use vector-valued states,
Okay.
which is like writing everything on a single line.
Got it.
But Eagle uses matrix-valued states,
Okay.
which is like having a giant spreadsheet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So much more information.
So much more detail.
Yeah, I can make...
And you can make smarter connections between different pieces of information.
That's a great analogy.
Thanks.
So Eagle can basically hold on to a much richer understanding of the information it's processing.
Exactly.
This means its responses can be more sophisticated
Yes.
and accurate.
Precisely.
That's amazing.
It is.
All right, so Eagle is storing information like a pro.
Yeah.
But what about Finch?
Okay, so Finch takes the idea of matrix-valued states and makes it even more powerful.
Okay.
It's constantly adapting to the data it's receiving,
Okay.
adjusting its focus based on the context.
So like when you're reading a mystery novel
Yeah.
and your brain is constantly connecting the dots,
Exactly.
predicting what will happen next.
Based on the clues you've encountered,
Right.
Finch does something similar,
Wow.
making it incredibly adept at in-context learning.
So it's not just remembering information.
No.
It's actually learning and adapting as it goes.
Exactly.
That's incredible.
It is.
And speaking of learning,
Yeah.
these models are multilingual superstars.
They are.
Right.
The researchers developed a new tokenizer specifically for Eagle and Finch
Oh, wow.
and trained them on a massive multilingual dataset called RWKV World V2.
And what's in this data set?
It's got over 1 trillion tokens from a huge variety of sources.
Trillion.
1 trillion?
That's a staggering amount of data.
It
It
is.
sounds like they're really pushing the boundaries
Oh, they are.
of what's possible with AI language models.
Absolutely.
But how do they actually perform?
That is the question.
Can they really compete with the Transformers?
That's the million-dollar question.
Let's get into the results.
All right, let's do it. They put Eagle and Finch through a ton of tests,
Okay.
comparing them to like the best transformers on all
Yeah.
these different language tasks.
Yeah.
And what's really cool is they didn't just like, you know,
Keep up.
yeah, they didn't just keep up. They actually did better than the competition a lot of the time.
They beat the Transformers.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's a really big deal.
It is.
What kind of tasks are we even talking about?
So we're talking things like machine translation,
Okay.
text summarization,
Got it.
question answering,
Okay.
even creative writing.
Really?
Yeah, and one area where they really stood out was associative recall.
What is that?
It's like how well a model can learn and use info in a specific context.
Oh, interesting. So it's not just memorizing.
Right.
It's understanding.
Exactly.
But wait, I thought RNNs were known for having like a bad memory,
Uh-huh.
especially with long sequences of information.
Yeah, that's a good point.
How did Eagle and Finch get past that?
That's one of the things that makes these models so interesting.
Okay.
They seem to have figured out how to understand long contexts.
So they don't forget as they go along.
Yeah, in fact, the paper highlights how they actually do better the further they get in a text.
So they get better with more information.
Right, which is kind of like how we read.
Yeah, as you read a book, you understand more.
Exactly.
You remember more.
It opens up so many possibilities for tasks that need a deep understanding
Yeah.
of complex information.
Like what?
Imagine Eagle analyzing scientific papers,
Quick.
legal documents, or even old historical texts.
Oh, wow.
It could find insights and connections that would take humans forever.
That's mind-blowing.
It is.
This could completely change how we do research,
Absolutely.
data analysis,
Yeah.
even history.
All of it.
But we're talking about revolutionizing things here.
Right.
We can't just talk about language.
Oh, yeah. Eagle's potential goes way beyond that.
Like what?
One of the most exciting things is how adaptable it is.
Okay.
Researchers are already looking at its capabilities with music
Okay.
and even images.
Hold on. So it's not just text.
Yep.
It can understand music
Yes.
and images.
And even generate them.
That's incredible.
It is.
Like a truly multimodal AI.
Exactly.
Like it can interact with the world so much more like we do.
Right.
Think about the possibilities for robotics,
Yeah.
virtual assistants,
Mm-hmm.
art and entertainment.
All of it.
It's really endless.
It is.
But with all this talk about advancements and pushing boundaries,
Yeah.
I'm curious, what does this actually mean for people like me?
Right.
Like, how can we benefit from this in our everyday lives?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And one of the best things about Eagle and Finch is they're open source.
So anyone can use them.
Yeah, anyone can access them.
That's a big deal.
It is, because it means developers and researchers all over the world can build on this.
Oh,
They can create new applications and push the boundaries even further.
like what?
Imagine personalized learning tools that adapt to your needs.
Okay.
AI assistants that translate languages instantly,
Oh, wow.
or tools that help you make music or art.
That's really exciting.
It is.
It sounds like Eagle and Finch are creating a future
Yeah,
where AI is more accessible,
absolutely.
more versatile,
Uh-huh.
and more part of our lives.
Exactly.
But with all this power,
Yeah.
it makes you wonder, are there any risks?
Of course, with any powerful technology,
Yeah.
there are ethical things we need to think about.
Okay.
How do we make sure these models are used responsibly and
Yeah.
that they benefit everyone?
And how do we prevent bias?
Exactly. Those are crucial questions. And the research community is really working on it,
Okay.
developing guidelines and safeguards.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, transparency,
Okay.
accountability, and inclusivity are key.
Those are all really important.
Oh,
It's reassuring to know those conversations are happening.
it is.
It's clear that Eagle and Finch are a big step forward for AI,
Absolutely.
but it's just the start of a much bigger journey.
Right.
We need to make sure that journey is good for all of humanity.
I completely agree. This tech has the potential to really change our world for the better,
Yeah.
but we have to use it wisely.
And responsibly.
Exactly.
I think it's safe to say that we've given our listener a lot to think about.
Definitely.
These new AI models are powerful and exciting,
Yeah,
but they also come with a responsibility
absolutely.
to think about how they're used.
Right.
So before we wrap up,
Okay.
let's leave our listener with a final thought.
All right.
If these AI models can already do so much,
Yeah.
if they can understand and generate language,
Mm-hmm.
music, and images,
Yeah.
and learn and evolve,
Right.
what does the future hold for AI?
That's the question.
What incredible advancements are next?
Yeah, it's a question that makes you excited, but also maybe a little nervous.
Right.
The potential of AI is huge.
Yeah.
And with models like Eagle and Finch, we're in a whole new world.
You know, it's funny. We started this deep dive asking if RNNs could beat transformers.
Yeah.
But now it feels like that doesn't even matter.
I think you're right. Eagle and Finch aren't just about being better than what we have.
Right.
They're changing how we think about AI completely.
And what it means for our future.
Exactly.
And that future could be amazing.
Yeah.
Imagine AI helping us solve climate change
Yeah.
or finding cures for diseases.
Or ending poverty.
Yeah. What if AI could make us even more creative?
Help us make incredible art and music.
The possibilities are mind-blowing.
They are.
But with all this power,
Yeah.
we have to be careful.
Absolutely.
We need to think about bias and privacy.
All right.
and make sure AI is used for good.
And that it benefits everyone, not just a few.
Exactly.
That's a responsibility we can't ignore.
But I'm hopeful that if we focus on ethics and transparency and working together,
We can use AI's power to make things better.
I agree. The research community is already doing great work.
They are developing guidelines and safeguards.
And open source models like Eagle and Finch are helping a lot.
Yeah, they're making things more transparent.
And encouraging collaboration.
Exactly.
It's inspiring to see so many smart people coming together to shape the future of AI.
It really is.
And I think this is just the beginning.
We too.
We're so lucky to have you, our listener, along for the ride.
Yes, thank you for listening.
Your curiosity and your willingness to learn about these complicated topics are what's going to drive progress in AI.
That's right.
So as we finish up this deep dive, we want to leave you with one last thing to think about.
Right.
If Eagle and Finch are any sign of what's to come, the future of AI is going to be
dynamic,
transformative, and full of surprises. So embrace the possibilities.
But don't be afraid to ask the tough questions.
And don't just accept things at face value.
And never stop learning.
AI is always changing.
It is.
And the more we know,
the
better we can handle the challenges and the opportunities that are coming.
Exactly.
Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey into AI.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
The future is ours to create,